After hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Up next, one team's name will join NFL immortality at the end of tonight's battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Kate, Scott, and Brock Hewitt, happy to have you with us. And this is an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries. Right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win in just the third Super Bowl. Catch as those Giants shock the Patriots into perfection. And that lesser-known Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former third overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness, but I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
Now facing 2nd and 10 following that false start. They kick the running back in motion. From the gun, Darnold. And the Patriots get there and take him down. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Third down, Pat's going with a few extra defensive backs this time. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them, trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Well, I am flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
Jukes away from one. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. It's up close to the 30. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake Maye.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC Champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey? Well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each rung of the playoffs, and it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now.
Right to the air with Maye. He'll get it completed to Travion Henderson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number one, got to control that nose tackle. Number two, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
To the air on first down, Maye. Stepping up, and he's going to run. It's a gain of 22. And that's a New England first down.
A gain of 22 more yards. That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
First down throw for Maye. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
This is Henderson on 2nd down. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone on first. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Maye. Short pass brought in. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
A 32-yard attempt.
Borregales connects, and that will get them on the board.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, and a little early momentum with that field goal.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So Seattle retakes the field for their 2nd series. And it was a situation they prepared for, no doubt, Brock, but hopes that they wouldn't see. They're down early in the biggest game of the year.
Hey, listen, nobody said winning championships was easy. This is an early test of whether they've got the resiliency to win it all. And we know this. When that final second ticks off, most Super Bowl champions, they've been the most resilient players, too.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Milton Williams making the stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now Darnold off the play action. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Play fake, Darnold. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. Here's a screen now for Walker. And they don't get any help on this 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. Making the call himself. Great run here. He's across the 35. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Seahawks.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st and goal. Here's Walker. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He's got it. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead.
7, Patriots 3.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
Kickoff for Seattle.
On the return, here's Travion Henderson. And He's brought down just inside the 25. New England taking the field. Its second series of the game coming up. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in the rhythm and play your game.
Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. Going play action, Maye. Throw left side, caught by Douglas. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. 2nd and 3 now. Henderson's going to take this straight ahead. He got mighty close, didn't he? But they marked him just short of the 1st. He's at the 34.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Trying the sneak, Maye. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
All set to go now from the 35. Here's Maye on 1st and 10. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Maye trying again here on 2nd. Connecting on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Here's Maye. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's 3rd down.
Patriots punt team coming out with former 6th-rounder Bryce Behringer to do the honors. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. They'll go play action. He keeps it and takes off. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
A gain of 12.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Hauled in by Arroyo on the right side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Tracked down by Robert Spillane.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I can promise you that is a throw, and it's a quarterback when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB could cut off and take the other way.
Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter. Third and long for him here. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. 7-3 is our score. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. They're lining up to punt a little shy of midfield. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. Here's New England, ready once again on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Starting on the ground with Henderson. And it looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Here's Maye to the air. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, well, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd and long, they're gonna throw. And he makes the, wait, no, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. So they're left facing a 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Now here he goes on the boot. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
First down from the 42. Here's Walker running right. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
From the gun, Darnold. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The New England offense running out now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Maye now from the gun. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
I'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. 2nd and 10. Here's Maye. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he's going to slide in safely after a gain of about 9. Productive effort there, though it does still bring up 3rd down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Maye now, 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. The tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st down now, ball at the 33. The give now to Henderson. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground here with Henderson. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Maye now on 3rd down. That's incomplete left side. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Bryce Baringer on now to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Seahawks offense running out now. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Drive begins with a walker run. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. With a quick pass out wide. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Darnold. He's got his man. This is Walker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Walker on first down. Get some space around midfield. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Going to the ground again on first. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
This is Walker on second. And they find him after just a yard. It's 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Darnold now to throw. He set up the screen. It's Shaheed. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this kick is good. He needed all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Fielded by Henderson. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, it's Maye. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Maye now. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's taken in by Henry. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. A pickup of 17. And the Patriots will have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Maye's going to take it himself. Nearly broke even, but the defenders followed that zone read well. It's going to cost him about a yard. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
To throw, here's Maye. That's complete to Diggs on the slant. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Third and 4 coming up now. Made a throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down. Another punt coming up. Bryce Behringer to do the honors again. And he's been getting all of it every time out. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Receiver in motion. He's headed right. 1st and 10. Darnold. Short pass brought in. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Walker now from the gun. And he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
5 men in the secondary now for the Pats. 3rd down. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
Ball start, offense.
So the penalty is going to back him up 5, and in all likelihood, they need to come up with a new play call for 3rd down.
Still 3rd down.
Backed up by an unforced error, and this is 3rd and 7. Throw here, 3rd down. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Michael Dixon on the punt. And he's been one of the players of this game. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Patriots back on offense late in the first half. And we're down inside a minute to play here in the 2nd quarter, but that is enough time to get a drive together. New set of downs for him from the 31. They send the tight end in motion left. Maye on 1st and 10. He'll get this to Henry. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Throwing is Maye. Setting up the screen with Henderson. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that's a New England first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
First down, May. He finds Diggs, right side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Henderson. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Pickup of 5 on that play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
May off the play fake. Throwing the out route complete. And he's taken down at the 30. Now the Patriots calling their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, here's May. Forced out to his right. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. So the offense was right to be walking backwards. The flag does go against them. So not just the yardage, Brock, but the illegal forward pass also cost them the down. It's 2nd and long. May now from the gun. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Now it's Andres Borregales to try the Patriots field goal. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder.
51-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Kid, I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, yeah, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that is 2 quarters in the books here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Now over to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Big thank you to our guy Scott Hansen and the gang down in Orlando. Got a close one here, Brock, as our second half gets underway. Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Patriots offense out there to start this third quarter. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. We've set it downs for him from the 31. It's Henderson on the give. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First down, and they go right back to it. They'll cobble together a yard there. Byron Murphy there to make the play.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
2nd and 9. Here's Maye to the air. Seahawks swarming him and dips. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
3rd and long for him here. He finds his running back, Henderson. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Brought down up at the 28-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd and 3 now. Now Darnold. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this 2nd half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up. That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Punting unit out now. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. Pulled in at the 20. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Patriots and Travion Henderson back out there for their next series. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First and 10 from the 32. Going play action, Maye. That one's incomplete over the middle.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Quick throw completed by Maye. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a New England first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 now from the 46. Henderson here from the dart. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, this one you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Maye. Looking slant route, complete. Down to the 44-yard line as he nearly picks up the first.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
QB sneak coming. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It can be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
From the gun, it's Maye. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Complete, out to the right side. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it fourth down.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed third down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Their punter making his way out now. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. And this punt lands in the end zone for a touchback. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Number 9.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. Play fake, Darnold. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Give him 8 on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First and 10 from the 32. Design bootleg here. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this is taken ahead to the 37. Jack Gibbons in on the tackle.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Now an inside give to Walker. And he takes this one up to the 41, so that makes a very manageable now 3rd and short.
A gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Staying with Walker. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
They'll send out the punting unit. Michael Dixon will kick it away. Escapes a defender. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Patriots running their offense out there. And they had to wave that white flag on their last drive, Brock, hoping to avoid having to call that punter this time out.
Yeah, and you get several chances a game, on average, somewhere around 10 possessions, and you know not all of them are going to pan out. So you got to forget what lies behind and keep pressing on to the journey ahead.
Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. Henderson's going to take this straight ahead. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Sticking with Henderson. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that 1st down. Picks up 4.
He's taken down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Trying to sneak May. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
A handoff for Henderson, running left. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's May. Has him on the quick hitter. Down the left sideline he goes. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Hard to believe, but just 1 quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's Patriots football, and if they want a record 7th title, they need to get things back to level. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying an inside give to Henderson. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, a 2-yard run on 1st down. I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Made to throw it. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Incomplete.
Trying to find his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
To go.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
May now on 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
It's a gain
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. The give inside to Stevenson. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Maye looking to throw. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
They'll run with Henderson. The stand continues. This one doesn't even make it back to the line, Brock, and it sets up 4th and goal.
It's now 4th.
Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Big moment here for Andres Borregales. A very short kick here from the right hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind, as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Shaheed now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. And this certainly isn't the runs as of late. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Now Darnold off the play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And again, it's Darnold. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 3 now. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And they haul him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. He tries to sneak it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the 1st down.
And again, he's taking it on the option. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets up the 1st.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Seahawks.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Tight end going in motion here. Walker on 1st down. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
From the gun, Darnold. A throw left side, caught by Smith-Njigba. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They give up the gut to Walker. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Lining up on the doorstep, 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Walker again. And this time he gets in for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks grow the lead to 7. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks grow their lead to 8.
Seahawks 17, Patriots 9.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
This return starts at the 5. This makes it up to the 25. The Patriots offense all set to go. They have a chance to tie this game back up, but they got to get this to the end zone first on a touchdown, and then again on a 2-point try. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. And he's going to be stopped after about a 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play action, Maye. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Patriots will have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Here's the pistol snap to Maye. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
On play action, here's Maye. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback, complete. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
That's a gain of 7.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding a big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. To the air yet again, Maye. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
So out now comes the punter. And this effort's going to give him an even half dozen tonight. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The Seahawks offense running out now. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. Starting this drive with a design run. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Throwing now off the play action. They did it! He made the interception! Robert Spillane has it! And the Patriots have some new life in the 4th!
That's just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
Here's New England, ready once again on offense. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Henderson on 1st and 10. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Maye now from the gun. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 4th and long.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. And the question out there is, Brock, how early and often are they going to try passing here after they were picked off on the previous drive?
Well, I think the answer to that is how much trust does this play caller have in his quarterback? We're going to get to find out right now.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
On 2nd and 10 now. Darnold. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith-Njigba. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
He's back to throw. Connection made to Shaheed. And he's going to have this up just a little bit shy of the 20. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Now Darnold. Throw takes him to the sideline, but he gets both feet in with the catch. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line.
21 yards.
Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Walker now from the gun. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up, shift the momentum a little here in the 4th. Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Darnold now to throw. He's dropped. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make when in reality, in this game in the 4th quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play, salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a 2-score game. That sack, that's not going to help in that decision at all.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Seahawks up by 8. Patriots into the dime. 3rd down. He'll throw it. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. The New England offense running out now. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Setting up the screen with Henderson. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's a New England first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
He'll look to throw it. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Throwing now. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's first down. Here he is to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for third down. And those are the looks they have hoped would open up by this point in the game, Brock, but still got some guys sitting on those throws, and they nearly made a splash play.
You know as a quarterback when you throw in the middle of the field, there's just simply more defenders in harm's way, and you've got to see that window open.
Oh, he lost the football. And the Seahawks pick it up. And they'll take over a little further upfield thanks to that return.
Hey, a normal old stop with third down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from them literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. Design quarterback run here. And in their first appearance in over a decade, Brock, I know we're both excited about this one. The Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl champions for a second time. Well, Brock, you and I talk about this often, multiple times throughout the regular season. List of greats who've never made it to this moment. It's enormous. Some of the best to ever do it across 100+ years of football. And those greats could not do what these players have just done.
No, because it was a group, and such a special group, brought together from so many different pasts, but it bonded and formed one of these teams so strong together that a Super Bowl became a legitimate possibility for them. This moment never gets old. Fate and circumstance linked together when this season began. And now, with this win, it will link all these guys together forever as champions.
So for our entire crew here at EA Sports, for my partner Brock Heward and myself, that's going to do it on another fantastic NFL